interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this local Pueblo sports broadcast. This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo, 1350. Let's head courtside and join the voice of the pack, Jim Brooks.
And thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Plachy Hall. We're not exactly courtside here this evening. We're in what we affectionately call the incubator here, or the crow's nest, high above Plachy Hall here. It's a great spot to watch and do a basketball game here, but the Thunderwolves on the road to take on the Grizzlies of Adams State here this evening. Women's game getting set here as the Thunderwolves women have not yet come out of the locker room to warm up. Adams has been out here for about 5 minutes, so a little extended pregame chat going on for the Thunderwolves here. But looking forward to this doubleheader here tonight. The women sitting atop the RMAC right now with a 2-game edge on Black Hills State and Fort Lewis. Csu-Pueblo at 13-2. Black Hills and Fort Lewis at 11-4. Colorado Mines another half game back at 10-4. Then it's Metro State at 10-5. Regis at 9-5. Mesa is at 10-6. Westminster sits at 9-6. But remember, or if you don't know, Westminster not eligible for the postseason this year. This is the third year of their probationary status. So that moves South Dakota Mines up into the 8th spot right now. And they sit 1 game ahead of UCCS. The reason we mention that, those two teams play tonight in Colorado Springs in a very pivotal matchup. The winner will solidify the 8th spot in as far as the shootout standings go, and that's important to Thunderwolf fans because that's who Csu-Pueblo would catch right now if form held. The conference winner would host the number 8 team. That's the teams that are in contention for playoffs. The rest of the RMAC, the bottom 5, Colorado Christian at 4-10, Western State at 4-12. They had a big win though this week against Mesa on Tuesday night. Adams State at 2-13, tonight's opponent for the Thunderwolves. New Mexico Highlands at 2-13, Chadron State also at 2-13, rounding out the standings on the women's side of the house. Thunderwolves now making their way out onto the court, so they'll have a brief little warm-up here. But they've been out here. The Thunderwolves traveled down earlier today, so we've been in Alamosa since the better part of just after noon is when the team rolled in to Alamosa today. I guess it was closer to 12:30, but team had lunch. The men had a shoot around here. The women went right to dinner and then came over here. They've been here for a couple hours, so I've had plenty of time to kill here tonight at Plachy Hall getting ready for this ball game. Men's game a little bit later on tonight. It is a pivotal matchup for the Thunderwolves. They're in chase mode. They are right now tied for the number 8 playoff spot the way it goes, tied for 9th in the conference, but of course Westminster, they also sit at 2nd in the conference standings, but they are not eligible for the postseason, so you bump everybody up a spot. So Csu-Pueblo tied with UCCS right now at 7-8, 1 game behind both Black Hills State and Highlands. Adams State sits in the number 5 spot as far as the playoffs go right now at 9-6. So Thunderwolves would like to avenge an earlier loss this year. These games this weekend, plus on Tuesday night, reminder there, will be in Las Vegas, New Mexico Tuesday. So it's a 3-game and 5-night stretch for the Thunderwolves. But these are the 3 games they dropped early on this season at home that really put the Thunderwolves men behind the 8 ball. So they are hoping to avenge at least a couple of those losses. They'd love to run the table, but I tell you what, Meatloaf would be just fine right now. If they could find a way to win 2 out of 3 in this 3-game set, it'd be very good for the Thunderwolves men. And looking forward to tomorrow night for the women against Fort Lewis. If the Thunderwolves women win tomorrow night, they probably pretty much put a stranglehold on the conference title because they'd be 3 games up on Fort Lewis with 6 to go, having swept the season series. They've already swept the season series against Black Hills State. So the Thunderwolves women looking to this weekend to really tighten their grip on the conference title. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, Curtis Lloyd. That all comes your way next. This is the Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House pregame show. And joining me now, head coach Curtis Lloyd. And Curtis, calm before the storm, I guess, here tonight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was a good trip up here, and we're just kind of hanging out until we have to get on the floor.
Is it kind of hard for a ball club or a coach even waiting around like this all day long when you have a trip like this?
Yes and no. But I think with a veteran team like this, we just fall back on what we do best, and that's, start on the defensive side of the floor and then just kind of pick up the pace from there.
I guess in an ideal world tonight, you want to kind of get everybody in the ball game again. You want to take care of business in this game, get a chance for people to play the way it looks. You never know how it's going to go, but with the big game tomorrow, you'd like to get some people some rest tonight.
Okay.
Or do you even look at it that way?
I don't even look at it that way. First 4 minutes of the game, anything could happen, and as long as we come out and do what we need to do, that's something that could be down the road. Of course, you would love to play all the players, but, just depending on the game and how we come out with our focus, that's something down the road that, of course, I would love to do that.
Well, let's look back on these past few ball games. It looks like the team's turned a little bit of a corner again here on the upswing. I thought it was a great ball game Saturday night in a tough environment to play against Regis.
Oh, that was a great environment. I mean, hopefully we get that same, love tonight, and then probably in Fort Lewis we'll definitely have the crowd there. But, that's all part of big-time basketball, just taking every one of these games and just really, showing what we can do, showing the crowd that we can do it, and then just really bank on, the game plan and trust in ourselves.
And going up against Adams State, the record-wise not that good, but they score the ball pretty good. They give up a few points. I guess that's where you look to exploit it. We just got to execute our stuff against them, try to shut them down.
There you go. You want the whistle? You want the whistle?
Give me the chalk. I'll give you my headset.
That's exactly right. We have a game plan, and we're going to try and execute it with the best of our abilities. But obviously it comes out to putting the ball in the hole, and so we're going to try and do that, come out early, really get in them and pressure them, and then just see what happens.
All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Thunderwolves.
All right, Thunderwolves head coach Curtis Lloyd back to the starting lineup. So being tip-off right after this Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. We are at Plachy Hall here for tonight's RMAC doubleheader as we wind our way toward tip-off here as part of the Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House pregame show. Let's take a look at what else is going on in the RMAC this evening. Working on our tie line here tonight. I think I was a little hot there, so we appreciate everything they've done for us down here at Adams State to get our broadcast. The phone line has gone dead, but we have our other way of doing the ball game, and actually it's better when it works, and that's what we're on here tonight. So it's a kind of an internet-based broadcast, but the signal's clean. Sounds pretty good. But here is we mentioned the standings earlier. Here is the schedule tonight. The game of the night, probably on the women's side, when you look at the schedule, will be up in Denver as Black Hills State, currently number 2 in the conference. They take on number 5 Metro, and there's 3 spots in between them, but when you look at it, there's only 1 in the loss column. Black Hills State at 11-4, Metro State at 10-5. So that is the highlight game of the night in the RMAC. Number 6 Regis is at number 4 Mines. Again, teams that are very close in the standings here. Mines at 10-4, Regis at 9-5, so they could flip positions by the end of this night. The other games in action, we mentioned this one, of course, we're doing here, Csu-Pueblo and Adams State. Mexico Highlands is at Fort Lewis. We'll be in Durango tomorrow night. Western State is at Westminster. South Dakota Mines is at UCCS. It's 8 versus 9 as far as the standings go, but that is a crucial game tonight in RMAC. We'll keep tabs on all these games as the evening goes along. The game amongst also-rans, Chadron State, is in Lakewood tonight at Tough Shed Arena to take on Colorado Christian. Do you think the people at Colorado Christian love me calling it Tough Shed Arena? It's an intimate little setting, a little warehouse. We'll be up there in a couple weeks, actually. So we look forward to that. That's always a very entertaining ball game there. So that's your schedule tonight in the RMAC. And as mentioned, we'll be keeping tabs on that Black Hills State Metro game right there. Metro is really one of the only teams that could, when you look into the grand scheme of things as it sits right now, they could threaten the Thunderwolves, even though they're 3 games behind in the conference standing. The teams only met once this year, and Metro has the head-to-head victory. So if the Thunderwolves stumble down the stretch and Metro State gets hot, and eventually gets in a tie with the Thunderwolves, and they would have the tiebreaker, of course, with that head-to-head victory. But that's going to take a lot of help for Metro State to pull that off. And Thunderwolves, when you look down this final stretch of ball games, tomorrow night, big-time threat. Fort Lewis hasn't lost a game all year on their home court. So we look forward to that one tomorrow. It is a pink out here tonight at Plachy Hall as the team's wearing a lot of their pink T-shirts, and they got pink accents on some of their socks, some of their wristbands. Coach Curtis Lloyd's in a pink T-shirt across the way, pink shoelaces. Assistant coach Sarah Miles also in her pink, so got that here as we always work to bring attention and hope for a cure someday for breast cancer and breast cancer awareness here in women's basketball. Always very big in that, on the forefront in college basketball, and that's what we're doing here tonight. We're going to come back after this timeout. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. You've been listening to the Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. Plachy Hall. Let's give you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. First for the Thunderwolves, they'll go this way. It'll be Katie Cunningham, 6-foot senior out of Aurora's Grandview High School. 7.5 points, 9.5 rebounds a game, leads the team in assists, averaging 5.5 a game. Taylor Long, 5'8" senior out of Moreno Valley, California. 9 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Csu Anderson, the 5'9" senior out of Vancouver, Washington. 12 points, 3.1 rebounds a game. Lauren Hine, she averages 10 points, 7 rebounds a ball game. She's out of Loomis, California, the 6'1" junior. And Molly Rohr, 6'3" junior out of Greenwood Village, Colorado, went to Cherry Creek High School. Head coach in his first year, Curtis Lloyd. For Adams State, they'll go this way. It'll be Stephanie Ruiz, 5'9" freshman out of San Antonio, Texas. 12.5 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Layla Hadzialagic, she's a 6-foot senior out of West Jordan, Utah. 9 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Brooke Neal, 5'10" junior out of Blue Springs, Missouri. 12 points, 2.5 rebounds a game. Kiasha Harris, 5'7" junior out of Mansfield, Texas. 6 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. And Nicole Broyles Mortensen, she's a hometown girl, 5'11" senior out of Alamosa. 6.5 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. Ball's in the air, tap controlled by the Thunderwolves. They'll move it left to right as we sit high atop Plachy Hall here. Look right down on the action. Cunningham to the left wing, into the corner to Csu. Dribbles out of a trap, goes to Cunningham. They extend the trap. Cunningham now will move into the free throw line, goes left side to Csu. Can't get the three off. Drives into the paint, dishes outside to Cunningham. Fakes the three, pulls it. Now, nice dish underneath the Hines. She goes up and banks it in. Cunningham passed up a little 15-footer and threaded the needle to Hines. So the Thunderwolves on top, 2-0. Thunderwolves in a man-to-man defense. Ball out top. Here's Mortensen. Picked up there by Hine. Onto the right side to Ruiz. Ball kicked away by Cunningham. That'll reset the shot clock to 15. It'll be inbounded across the way by Brooke Neal. Gets it in to Hadzialagic. Goes back door and ball chased down in the corner by Mortensen. Nice dish underneath. Here's a runner by Ruiz. Up and good. Ties the game up at 2 apiece. Back the other way. Come the Thunderwolves. Cunningham on the right wing. Hands it off to Csu. Anderson holds it there. They switch on the screen. Csu dribbles to the free throw line. Right down the lane she goes, running left-hander up and in. The C's parted, and Csu just kept taking it onto the hoop. Nobody cut her off, and she lays it in. It's 4-2. Back the other way. This is Harris bringing it across the timeline for Adams State. Adams State gets scored a little bit. They average 62 a game, but the problem is they give up 71 a game. Defense is their problem. Hadzialagic now drives the baseline, goes right around Rohr. Reverse shot blocked by Rohr. Rebound loose on the deck, and Hine has it. Outlet pass ahead to Long. Long brings it across the timeline. Cross-court feed in the corner to Csu. She's open. Three-pointer on the way. Swish. Csu off to a hot start. 7-2. Pack on top. Here's Ruiz in the backcourt. Brings it across the timeline. Picked up there by Cunningham. Onto the right side to Hadzialagic. Backdoor feed on the baseline to Mortensen. Backs her way in, turns, fires, and hits. 7-4. Thunderwolves on top. Cunningham will bring it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Makes a move to the right wing. Ball was kicked away. They do not whistle a violation. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pack. Not sure why that wasn't a kick violation. Evidently inadvertent kick, since there wasn't a blatant kicking motion. Inbounds pass to Rohr. Backs her way down. Goes up with the left hand. Foul. And a foul will be on Hadzi Aliagic. How much is Hadzi Aliagic worth in Scrabble? $13 letters in that last name. First free throw up and good by Molly Rohr. Molly on the year, 85% free throw shooter. Missed one last week. That's why her percentage dropped from 86 to 85. It's tough when you're up there in the rafters. It's the second. It's 9-4. Full court pressure by the Thunderwolves off the made free throw. Mortensen will bring it across the timeline. She's trapped, surrounded, throwing an elbow out, got away with it, feet underneath. Here's the layup, good. They broke out of there, and Brooke Neal lays it in. 9-6. Thunderwolves lead it by 3. Cunningham brings it across the timeline. Pressured out front. Oh, nice, nifty behind the back dribble. Right down the lane she goes, running left-hander, left it short. And the rebound, Hadzi Aliagic. Feed ahead. This is Harris. Harris in from the right, cut off there. They trap her. Feed it down on the block to Mortensen. Backs her way in, now kicks it outside. Long three-pointer by Ruiz is good. Ruiz standing right in front of Curtis Lloyd on the bench. Buries the three to tie the game up at 9 apiece. We mentioned this Adams State team, they can score. Here's Long on the baseline. Feeds it outside to Cunningham. Moves in, cut off there. Goes down low to Rohr. She's in her office. Wheels goes up with the right hand this time. Left it short. Ball tapped to the baseline by Anderson, but right into the hands of Neal. Neal now brings it across the timeline for Adams State. Cut off there. Now we'll dribble it out front. Now to the free throw line. Kicks it outside. Hadzi Aliagic. Three-pointers up. No good. Rebound to Cunningham. Fires it ahead. Long in from the right. Might stop and pop right there from 15 and hits. 11-9. Thunderwolves by 2. Comes Harris, bringing it across the timeline for the Grizzlies. Up top to Ruiz. On the right side, Hadzi Aliagic. Holds the ball there. One bounce. Now looks to the post. Comes outside instead to Harris. Harris holds the ball high. Not much movement here by Adams State. Faking the three is Ruiz. Now backs up. Goes right side to Hadzi Aliagic. 18-footers up and in. And it ties the game up at 11 apiece. Back and forth we go offensively. 5:45 to go here in a fast-paced first quarter. Hine out top, goes right side to Anderson. Anderson holds it high. Now starts to drive into the paint. Kicks it into the corner. Cunningham fakes. Looked like she walked with it. Got away with it. Into the corner. Csu for three. It's on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Long bats the rebound to the baseline, but it goes right into the hands of Mortensen. Ahead. Now to Neal. She'll bring it across the timeline. Ahead to Harris. Down the lane. Running right-hander. Traveling is the call. She hit the shot, but she was called for the walk before hitting the layup. Csu and Hine out of the game. Knoffel and Kaya Adams come in. We'll update you on Kaya Adams' status here. A little talk with her today. Remember, she gave us all a big scare last week with the injury to the knee. She has the ball on top. Comes right side to Long. Long works around a screen to the top of the key. Back to Adams, right side. Looking for Rohr. Finds her on the block. Molly backs her way into the paint. Goes up. Bump with the left half side, but she hits the left-hand layup. It's good. She was fouled all the way there, but they don't call it on the post players. Down low, here is a shot on the way. It's up good and a fast. And then they'll call that one on this side. Well, you always got to know your geography, folks. Mortensen gets the layup, and she'll go to the free throw line. A chance to give Adams State the lead here. And timeout on the court. 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 13 apiece. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. Three-point play opportunity here for Mortensen. Foul was called on Knoffel. Free throws up and good. Adams State has the lead. 5 points for Mortensen. And as coaches do, they love bringing players out on a positive note. To me, I leave them in there. They just scored. Leave them in there. But they all do it. I don't know. It's part of the fraternity. Don't ask me why they do it. Cunningham brings it across the timeline. Onto the left wing, works around a screen to the free throw line. Cut off to Old Boy. She had Adams open on the back door, didn't see her. Right side to Knoffel. Knoffel now will drive the baseline. It's a bumping foul outside. Too aggressive there on the hand check by Callie Hosier, who's into the ball game for Adams State. So it'll be Thunderwolves ball on the baseline here. Knoffel to inbound it, goes out top to Cunningham. Cunningham works around the screen to the freak line. Backdoor feed to Rohr. She's bumped out of there. No call. Now turns. Wheels goes up with the left hand and lays it in. 15-14. Thunderwolves by 1. Back the other way in a hurry. And the ball goes out of bounds. Dribble out of bounds by Harris. She had the baseline there, just lost it. Inbounds pass to Anderson, back to Cunningham. Curtis Lloyd stalking the sideline across the way. Cunningham dribbles to the free throw line. Down the lane, backs her way into the paint, hands it off to Csu. She's going to go to work here. Jab step. Oh, but crossover, and the ball knocked away and stolen by Harris. And then we've got a hand check foul here on Csu coming back the other way. And Hine will check in, and Molly Rohr going to come out for her first rest of the game. Also into the game now, Trinity Bettany, freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, into the game for Adams State. Inbounds pass comes to Hosier, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Top of the key, goes right side to Harris. Harris back to Hosier. Hosier onto the left side. This is Neal with it. Lob it up top to Harris. Onto the right side to Hosier. Hosier skips it across the top. Now up top to Harris. Into the corner. Faking. Neal drives in. Cut off. Comes outside to Hosier. She drives the baseline. Goes right into Hine. Charging foul. Lauren had great position there, and Hosier just plowed right into her. 2 fouls on Hosier. Larry Joe Hunt, the head coach for Adams State, not agreeing with that call at all. He's out of his mind. Here's Cunningham on the right side to Knoffel. Editorial comment there. Here's Adams in the corner. One bounce. Skips it up top. Bad pass, but Anderson somehow has it. Right down the lane she goes. Blocking foul. Shot up, no, but it will... They're going to say the foul perhaps before the shot, evidently. So it'll be on the sideline. Fourth team foul on Adams State. Csu triggered in. Lobs it way out top to Cunningham. Cunningham goes right side to Adams. Now left side to Knoffel. Down low, Cunningham posting up, backs her way in, goes up a little right hand scoop, missed it though. And the rebound to McDonald. Ahead now to Harris. Harris brings it across the timeline. Thunderwolves lead it 15-14. On the left wing, Neal with it. Clear it out a bit. Now they're going to set some motion. They get back door and an offensive foul here. An illegal screen out top. Set by Trinity Bettany. Beg your pardon. Well, now they say Bettany. Yeah, they changed it. They had it on the scoreboard wrong. 15-14, Thunderwolves by 1. Here's Adams at the top of the key. One bounce, now goes right side to Anderson. Anderson works around a screen to the free throw line. The lane parts, goes right down the lane, lays it good. Csu with 7. 17-14 foul. No, a traveling call in the backcourt as Csu forces the walk by Kiasha Harris. So good pressure defense there by Csu. Thunderwolves going to go with some substitutions here. Long and Rohr check in. Cunningham and Adams come out. So we'll save the injury info on Kai Adams in our back pocket until she comes into the game again. Here's Knappel starting to drive right down the lane, running right-hander good. Well, you can see the problems that Adams State has. They're pretty good skill-wise offensively, but they are a very porous defense. 19-14, ball on the right side. Bettany with it. There's an illegal screen they don't call. Yeah, now it was a late whistle. It was a terrible screen out top. Now Larry Joe Hunt comes flying off the bench. That's because the whistle was about a half tick slow. It was an obvious illegal screen out top on McDonald. Ball goes over to the Thunderwolves. Tule-Sioux brings it across the timeline. Up top to Hine. Dribbles to the free throw line. Goes down low to Rohr. Backs her way in. Left-hand hook is up and in. Molly Rohr with 8. 21-14. Full court pressure here by the Thunderwolves. They lead it by 7. Here's Ruiz bringing it across the timeline. Head onto the left side to Bettany. Bettany dribbles around a screen, hands the ball off to Harris. Harris now, she works around a screen, pulls up, free throw line jumper is up off the back iron, no good. Long with the rebound on the baseline. She'll dribble it out of there herself. Brings it across the timeline. She's cut off. Trapp gets rid of it to Tule-Sioux. Top the key goes down low to Rohr. Drives the baseline. Fakes, can't get the shot off. Gives it to Hine. 10-footers up and in. Lauren Hine with 4. Good pass there from Rohr. Timeout taken by the Grizzlies. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. It's a bonus 30-second timeout. Pack leads it by 9. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. 23-14. Thunderwolves on top by 9. Thunderwolves on a 10-0 run right now. We've been pretty competitive so far in this game until this 10-0 run. We had 4 ties, a couple of lead changes. But since the Thunderwolves fell behind 14-13 after the 3-point play by Mortensen, they'll come back with 10 in a row here to open up this 9-point advantage, and that's what forced the hand of Larry Joe Hunt taking the timeout. Adams State, they're definitely better than they've been the last couple of years. Go back to this ball club back around 2010, 2011. 2011, they actually went to the Sweet 16. They were in the national tournament in 2010 as well, but then they've fallen on hard times, but they're trying to get their way back. Here's Thunderwolves in a half-court trap. They've got Adams State scrambling here. They break out of it. Now they got the big girl trapped now to the baseline. Mortensen fakes, lost it. Hands it off. Jumper on the way by McDonald. No good. Hine with a rebound. She's surrounded underneath. Rips the ball away. Gets it to Tule-Sioux. Fires it ahead. Too long. Threw it away. And that's not going to be a very happy moment for Curtis Lloyd there as he bangs the floor with his right foot. Even if you complete that pass to Taylor Long, she's going to be stuck in the corner double team. So you just... sometimes you see a pass that opens up, and it's not really the best option. Ball on the left side. There's Neal dribbling out to the top. He comes back left side to Harris. Down to the baseline to Mortensen. Mortensen picked up there by Hine. Now they swing it up top to Ruiz. He starts to drive. Hands off right side to Harris. Harris, one bounce, 10 on the shot clock. Ball knocked away. It's loose on the deck. Picked up, though, by Harris. She dribbles to the wing. 5 on the shot clock to Ruiz. Ruiz goes to work, drives in from the right. Running right-hander, blocked away by Rohr with 1 on the shot clock. So it'll be a catch-and-shoot situation right now here for Adams State, or it'll be a shot clock violation. And they inbound it, and the shot blocked away, and it's a shot clock violation. Shot blocked that time by Knappel. We'll see if the stats crew was alert to that. Here is Anderson bringing it across the timeline. Double screen, the 2 high posts. Here is Hine and Rohr sandwiching right now Harris. 10 on the clock. Now Tule-Sioux goes to work. Dribbles in from the left. Running left-hander. Up and in. What a shot by Tule-Sioux. She has 9. And that will finish off a brilliant finish to the first quarter by the Thunderwolves. What a shot by Tule-Sioux Anderson. She has 9 to lead the way. Thunderwolves lead it 25-14. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Excellent finish to that first quarter for the Thunderwolves. They go on a 12-0 run. topped off by Csu Anderson's drive right down the throat of the defense and flipped it up and in. And it's 25-14 Pack on top. Ball on the right side, Ruiz with it. Thunderbolts in a zone here. They look to trap on the edges. Feed to the high post. Merschel with it. Right side, long three-pointer by Ruiz. Swish. You cannot give her any room or she'll bury it. She's hit 37 three-pointers this year. 25-17 our score. Ruiz, she shoots it at a 31% clip, but she'll shoot it early and often, and if she gets hot, look out. It's 25-17. Wolves by 8. Feet underneath to Anderson. Backs her way in, and she threw the ball away. Ahead now, Ruiz has Rohr to beat. In from the right. Goes up with the right hand. Missed it, then the rebound to Hine. That shot influenced by Molly Rohr. And the outlet pass comes to Knaufel. Now to Csu Anderson. Brings it across the timeline. Goes left side to Long. Long. And she's going to fire a three-pointer. They left her wide open, and she buried it. They just backed off her, and you cannot do that to Taylor Long. It was almost like they were insulting her. And she buries it, makes it 28-17. That was the old, do you know who I am jumper. Ball on the left side. Into the corner. Faking. Now Mortensen drives in, pulls up, 10-footer up and in. Nice shot there by Mortensen. She has 7. Stopped and popped it in over Rohr. 28-19. Thunderwolves by 9. On the right side, Long with it. Works around a screen from Hine to the free throw line. Right down the lane she goes. The C parts. Missed it, though. And the rebound to Merschel. Ahead now to Harris. On to the left side to Neal. Down to the baseline to Mortensen. Turns, faces. Couple bounces. Looks back door. Now hands it off instead to Neal on the wing. She drives in, goes right around Knaufel. Running left-hander. Good and a foul. Porous defense there. That by the Thunderwolves. Foul is on Knaufel. That is her second. Jenna bought the fake to the wing, and then they cut right inside her to the hoop, and then when she tried to recover, she decked Brooke Neal, and Neal a chance for the three-point play here. Scores 28-21. And guess who's going to come out of the ball game when she makes this if she makes this free throw? It's on the way. It's good. It's the old coach's move again. That's the second time Larry Joe Hunt's done it. Player makes a three-point play. Get it out of there. Get her out of the game on a good note, I guess. They all do it, though, folks. I pick it on Larry Joe, but they all do it. Here's a feed in the corner. Knaufel for 3. Short. And the rebound to Mortensen on the baseline. Hands it off to Harris. Harris now across the timeline. Looking to cut into this lead a little bit further here. They did trail by 11 on a couple of occasions, but they're within 6 right now, are the Grizzlies. All up top to Trujillo. Trujillo goes, nice backdoor dish layup, good by Ruiz. Ruiz has 10. 28-24. Grizzlies within 4. Cunningham on the right side, stop and go move, drives to the baseline, cut off there, goes outside to Knaufel. She's open, three-pointer on the way, off the back iron, no good. And Csu does a nice job chasing down the rebound on the baseline. Has the ball knocked away, though, from behind by Hadzialiagic. Ahead now to Ruiz. Ruiz to the free throw line, goes outside, Hadzialiagic. She's going to drive around Csu in from the right, layup, good, and a foul, it'll count. Foul is called on Csu Anderson on the reach. That is her second. Hine checks back in. Csu comes out. Chance for the three-point play here for Hadzialiagic. Free throw up and good. So that's the third three-point play of the game for Adams State. And they're pulled within 1 here. It's 28-27. And a dish backdoor to Adams. She was wide open, but the whistle stops play. Inbounded to Hine. She drives in, running up there. Shot blocked at the summit. Ball comes loose outside to Knaufel. Backdoor feed. to Hine. Outside, Cunningham takes the three-pointer. Cut off, drives into the lane, pulls up, can't get the shot off. Look out. Outside to Knaufel. Bad pass. Comes loose. Cunningham has it. Outside, Long's open. Three-pointer on the way. Up the front iron and bounces through there. Friendly rims here at Plachy Hall. And that restores a bit of order here as the Thunderbolts back up by 4, 31-27. Ball out top to Ruiz. He's now to the free throw line. Hadzialiagic now onto the left side. Trujillo bounces it inside. Here's a turnaround by Harris. Good and a foul. It'll count. Another chance for a three-point play.
Harris and the foul.
Thunderbolts doing a lot of reaching on defense. And the foul called on Taylor Long. Free throw is good.
Harris completes the three-point play. Marshall in for the Grizzlies.
Mortensen back into the game now for, or no, they're going to take her out of the game. Beg your pardon. They bring in Merschel now. It's 31-30. Thunderbolts' lead has been cut to 1. Cunningham drives the baseline. Goes up with a wrist shot. Blocked by Hadzialiagic, and a late whistle and a foul. And that has the Adams State partisans across the way a little upset. And that'll send Katie to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Free throw up and good by Katie Cunningham. Second toss up, hits the front iron, no good. So 1 out of 2 for Cunningham. It's 32-30. Thunderbolts' lead is 2. They're led by as many as 11 here in this first half. Feed to the high post, turn around, jumper on the way. It's good. They are not bashful. They can score the basketball. They've tied this thing up at 32 apiece. Third time the game's been tied here tonight. Here's Cunningham at the top of the key on the right side of Long. Long starts a drive. In from the right. Lobs underneath to Cunningham. Too far, though. She has to chase it down on the baseline. Now Wheels drives into the bank. Goes up with a scoop. And no good, but she draws another foul. And the foul is on Maddie Merschel. That's her first. So Cunningham back to the free throw line to shoot a pair. 1 out of 2 just on the last trip. This one's up and in. Katie on the year, only 70% from the line. I say only because she does everything else so well. That's one area she's struggled a bit this year at times. Hits a pair here, though. 3 out of 4 in the game. It's 34-32. And that's a backcourt violation. As catching the ball in the forecourt was Bettany. Then she stepped back across into the backcourt. And again, Larry Joe Hunt, the things he argues sometimes I'm a little incredulous about. He's still trying to buy the call there, but she caught the ball and then stepped back into the backcourt. That's an automatic call. Ball on the left side, Knaufel with it. Now feeds it to Rohr. Rohr going to back her way into the paint, goes up, left-hander on the baseline. Good and a foul, it'll count. And Merschel picks up her second. So the Thunderbolts finally with a chance for a three-point play. They've seen 4 of them go against them in this game. Free throw is up, and Molly clanks the free throw. But there's Hine for the rebound. Gives it to Knaufel. 10-footer on the wing. Up, no good. And the rebound ripped out of there by Bettany. It's 36-32. Thunderbolts lead it by 4. Ball right side. Here's Harris. Just yo-yoing it out front. Now to Ruiz. On the left side. Ball kicked away out of bounds by Neal. Fans want a pushing foul there on Cunningham as Neal came off the wing to grab the ball. Was off balance. Larry Johan. This time he may have an argument because everybody on the front row saw it here on the wing. Look for the makeup call on the next trip. Timeout on the court. 4:44 to go here in the first half. Thunderbolts lead it 36-32. Thunderbolts basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. welcome back to Plachy Hall. Thunderwolves with the ball after the turnover here. I'll be interested to see if there isn't a quick little borderline call that goes against the Thunderwolves here. Here's Cunningham onto the left side. McGarry into the ball game here. Some valuable minutes. Up top to Cunningham. Fakes. Goes down low to Rohr. She's in. And 3 seconds are traveling. Take your pick. Molly didn't go up right away with the shot like she should have, and she tried to dish it off to Hine and was called for the travel. You could have called that or 3 seconds. Either way, it's a turnover against the Pack. Back the other way. Here's Harris out top. Picked up there by Taylor Long in the man-to-man defense. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line. Comes left side with it to Neal. Neal dribbles around a screen. Now it's switching on her as McGarry. Out top to Ruiz. Probing. Goes on to the left side to Harris. A lot of high screens. Drive of the baseline shot. Block. Traveling is called on Adams State. Lauren Hine was right there to get the block shot, so if they hadn't called traveling, it was going to be Thunderwolves ball anyway, as she had stuffed Kiasha Harris. Cunningham across the timeline here. Thunderwolves up by 4 with the ball. Cunningham. Left side to McGarry. Up top to Cunningham. Drives to the free throw. Nice pass underneath the Hine, and looked like she walked, but got away with it. Hook shot no good. And the rebound to Bettany. Thunderwolves big players hesitating a bit here. You got to go right up with that ball. Back the other way. That's going to be a foul out front on Taylor Long, as she was riding Kiasha Harris all the way up the court. That'll be foul number 2 on Taylor Long. So Long, Anderson, and Knaufel all with 2 fouls apiece right now for the Thunderwolves. Hosier and Marshall with 2 fouls apiece for Adams State. It'll be Neal to trigger it in. Comes out top with it to Harris. Harris on the top of the key extended. Thunderwolves go zone here off the inbounds pass. Into the corner wide open. Ruiz for 3. Missed it. And McGarry gets the rebound on the baseline. And she was... I think it was an inadvertent whistle here. Inadvertent whistle. It'll be Thunderwolves basketball. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. She'll bring it across the timeline. Right side to McGarry. Now to Cunningham. Fakes. Now comes right to McGarry. Down low to Hine. Whacked at. Backdoor feed to Rohr. Fakes. Goes up in the paint. Missed the banker. And a foul on Hine. Ripping the rebound, or trying to rip it away from Harris. That puts the Thunderwolves over the limit. So Molly Rohr hesitating again that time. Missed the shot. That'll send Adams State down to the other end to shoot free throws here. It'll be Kiasha Harris the line. 69% on the year. Adams State is a team, they shoot 69%. First free throw is good. It's 36-33. Thunderwolves by 3. One more for Harris. Spins it up off the back iron, no good. Kai Adams with the rebound. Gets the outlet pass to Cunningham. Fires it ahead to McGarry. McGarry now to Cunningham. Cunningham directing traffic. Goes right side to Knaufel. Back up top to Cunningham. Holds it there. Bumped outside. Right side to Knaufel. Knaufel holds it. Now lobs it to Cunningham. She fakes. Drives into the paint. Down the lane. And she was fouled. That will be on Adams State. Fans a little restless with that call. That's foul number 3 on Marshall. And it'll send Cunningham to the line to shoot another pair. She's 3 for 4 from the stripe tonight. Free throw up and good. One more. Marshall out of the game now with those 3 fouls. We'll bring in Lauren McDonald, junior out of Salida. Second toss, good. So Cunningham, all 5 of her points from the stripe tonight. It's 38-33, Thunderwolves by 5. Here's Mortensen getting it across the timeline. Hands the ball up top. Brooke Trujillo into the game, sophomore out of Alamosa. On the left side to Neal. Now up top to Trujillo. Left side to Neal. Feeds it up top to Trujillo as they play catch out her on the perimeter. Shot clock's down to 8. Ruiz Kills the dribble, in trouble. Now hands it off to Neal. Feeds to the high post. Pass outside, 1 on the shot clock. Fourth shot is no good. Adams bats the rebound outside, right into the hands of Ruiz. Free throw line jumper, good. You could almost give Adams an assist there. 38-35. An assist in the bad way. Thunderwolves lead cut to 3. Ball on the right side to Knaufel. Skips it across the zone now to McGarry. She dribbles to the top of the key. Right side to Knaufel. Back left side to Cunningham. Holds it there. Double team. Dribbles out of it. Comes cross court to McGarry. McGarry, one bounce. Goes left side. Cunningham's wide open. 3 ball on the way. Swish. Katie Cunningham has 8. Her first field goal of the game. Thunderwolves lead is 6 now. 41-35. Trujillo way out top. On the right side, Cunningham went for the steal, doesn't get it. Neal drives the baseline, reach-in foul on Cunningham. Foul number 1 on Katie, and that'll be free throws upcoming here for Brooke Neal. Shoot a pair here. Neal on the year, 73%. Gets there more often than any other Adams State player. That is her 90th free throw attempt of the year. Make it her 92nd because she'd... or 91st rather, she'd hit one earlier in the game. Remember, she had the 3-point play. And hits the second, so she nails a pair on this trip. Adams State hanging around. They're right in this game right now. 41-37. Thunderwolves by 4. Cunningham dribbles to the right wing, hands it off to Knaufel. Wide open underneath. Roar, left-hand layup, good. Great find that time by Knaufel on the back door. 43-37. Thunderwolves by 6. Here's Trujillo on top. Comes left side to Harris. Now to Trujillo. Drives in, cut off. Comes left side. Harris into the corner. Faking the 3. Mortensen drives in, hands the ball off to Trujillo. In the corner. She's covered up. Ball kicked away. Comes into the hands of Neal. Feeds it to Mortensen. Turns. 15-footer on the way. It's short. Rebound to Cunningham. She's fouled. Going over her back was Kiasha Harris. Katie Cunningham so fundamentally sound on the glass. And she'll walk down to this end of the end and get rewarded with free throws here. She'll shoot a pair. 53.4 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves on top, 43-37. Free throw is up. Good. 9 points for Cunningham. Let's get out our chart here and see what the high this year for the Thunderwolves in a half has been. Got to be close to it. Second toss, no good. 44-37, 7-point lead for the Pack. Here's Harris, hounded out top by McGarry. Gets rid of it, high post, turning, facing McDonald. Goes right side to Ruiz. Ruiz to the free throw line, down the lane, kicks it into the baseline to Harris. Now she lobs it out top to Neal. Neal hands the ball off. Now up top to Ruiz. 8 on the shot clock. Ruiz will just jack up a 3. It's good! Ruiz with 15. You cannot give her any slack out front. 44-40. 20 seconds to go. Thunderwolves in a hurry here. They don't need to be. McGarry now slows things down, gives it off to Cunningham. Down to 13 to go in the quarter. Right side to Knaufel. Lobs it to Adams. Adams turns, gives it to Roar. Roar, right side, Knaufel fakes, and offensive foul called on Kaya Adams. And Thunderwolves going to take a timeout. They got to use it here or it gets taken away from them, so they'll take it away. We'll take a quick 30 with it. Thunderwolves lead it by 4. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, we talked about the most points for the Thunderwolves in quarters and in halves this year. They're not going to quite get there. They scored 46 against Adams State in the first matchup this year at Massari Arena. They're at 44 now. They scored 25 in the first quarter tonight. They scored 26 against Highlands earlier this year. Pressure in the backcourt. 2 seconds to go. Here is Harris from about three-quarter. Well, they get the shot up. As the buzzer sounds, it will count. A good end of the first half for the home team. Officials still talking it over here. They might go to the video replay and look at it. It was obvious it was into me. I don't think there's any doubt about it. The shot was taken before the buzzer sounded by the way it looked to me. They may still go. Yep, they are going to count it. And evidently there's a foul on the same play. So the basket's going to count. It's going to be a chance for a 4-point play here, evidently, which would tie the game up. Foul was called on Kaya Adams, her second. No time on the clock, so we keep it here. They're going to the video replay. They want to make sure here that the shot occurred before the buzzer. To me, it's a no-brainer. I thought she got it off with about half a second to spare. So the officials across the way taking a look at it. Our referees tonight, we have Rad Carter, Stephen Oswald, and Mark Van Gamplitz. Don't know what Rad is short for. He could be Radical. He could be Radcliffe, I suppose. Radaway. What other first names would begin Rad for short? Or is he just a rad dude, man? Well, Rad's down there looking at it along with Mark Van Gampler. So Thunderwolves a couple times have had this game seemingly in control, but have allowed Adams State right back in it. We've told you all night, Adams State, the problem with them is not scoring. They can score the basketball. They got a lot of skilled players. It's just they're woeful on defense. You can just watch them here tonight. Thunderwolves is driving to the hoop at will. One of the things that hurt the Thunderwolves is when Tule Sue left the game with her second personal foul. She was one of the players that could just get to the basket anytime she wanted, it seemed. But when they had to take her out of the game, and the Thunderwolves not quite as skilled at driving the ball to the hoop. Taking a long time to look at this. Not quite sure why, but again, of course, they're looking at a little PC screen across the way. And it's not high def, so they've got to really peer into it to see if they can tell if the shot came off in time. They may be looking for a, for all I know, they could be looking for a flagrant foul call too, because we'll see here. Either way, it's going to be at least, I think, 44-43. If the shot did get off in time, then there's got to be the foul called. If the shot occurred after the buzzer, then I guess you would not have the foul call because there was no time on the clock. That would be an interesting ruling there. If she was fouled, but there was no time on the clock, would the foul still have occurred? I would think not, since the half was over. Still squatting across the way, looking at the old screen. Now we'll get the ruling here. They're going to talk it over. Brad Carter is the head official. No signal as of yet. And again, we're across the way up top in our little crow's nest up here. Now they got to bring the coaches together to chat it over. They bring them both together, Curtis Lloyd and Larry Joe Hunt. They're going to put 0.4 of a second on the clock since the foul occurred. Okay, so the bucket does count. As Kiasha Harris at the line, a chance to tie the game, and she does. That's the fifth. Well, actually, that is the first 4-point play of the half. It's the fifth and one that Adams State completed in the first half. They had 4 3-point plays and 1 4-point play, the old-fashioned way. We're all tied up at the end of the first half. Thunderwolves and the Grizzlies 44 apiece. Back to our halftime show. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Carver Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back back to Plachy Hall. We're all tied up at 44 apiece. Astonishing shooting so far in this game. Thunderbolts 16 of 27. That's 59%. I'll go a little bit better for Adams State. 16 of 25. That's 64%. Each team has hit 4 three-pointers. Each team has 8 free throws. 13 to 11 edge on the boards for Adams State, but Thunderbolts with 6 turnovers, Adams State with 10. So you throw out the 2 extra rebounds, you add 4 turnovers. That's where we end up with a tie game right now as we speak. Molly Rohr with 12, Anderson with 9, Cunningham with 9, Long with 8 for the Pack. 15 points for Ruiz. Harris with 8, Neal and Mortensen with 7 apiece for Adams State. Back with more of our halftime show right after this. Thunderbolts basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Plachy Hall. Folks, for this, I don't know if I'm an old codger yet, but that's humping it to get back up here. We're up here at our crow's nest. Got to come in the back way. Of course, talking to Ralph Turner here at halftime as part of our, which will be a part of our pregame show for the men's game a little bit later. So, Kevin, apologize. You can tell I'm a little out of breath, right? Sprinting up the stairs to get here. Well, let's recap the first half. Thunderbolts got out to a lead of 7-2. Adams State then came back, tied the game up at 9 apiece, took their first lead at 14-13. That's when the Thunderbolts seemingly took control of this game. They scored the final 12 points of the first quarter, led it 25-14. Again had the lead to 11 after a three-pointer by Knopfel made it 28-17. But after that, the Thunderbolts then gave up a run of their own. They allowed 10 straight by Adams State to make it 28-27. Thunderbolts then able to get the lead back up to 4 at 36-32. Had the lead to 6 at 41-35, to 7 at 44-37, but give up the final 7 points of the first half, including a 4-point play at the very end by Kiasha Harris. And they've tied things up here at 44 apiece. Molly Rohr, 5 of 7 from the field, has 12 to lead the way for the Pack. Cunningham with 9 has a three-pointer and 6 free throws in this game. Tule Sioux, a little bit of foul problem, only played 12 minutes the first half. She has 9. Taylor Long with 8. Kine with 4. Knopfel with 2. Thunderbolts 16 of 27 from the field. That's 59%. 4 of 7 from downtown, 57%. 8 of 11 from the free throw line for 73%. Normally, numbers like that have you ahead in a game by 10 or 15, but that's not the case here tonight because Adams State shooting the eyes out of it. Stephanie Ruiz has 15. She's 6 of 10, including 3 of 5 from downtown. Kiasha Harris, 2 for 3 from the field, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She has 8. Neal and Mortensen with 7 apiece. Hadzi Aliagic with 5. And Merschel with 2. They were 16 of 25 from the field, which is 64%. 4 of 7 from downtown, that's 57%. 8 of 9 from the free throw line, 89%. 13 to 11 rebounding advantage for Adams State. Not a lot of rebounds to be had in this game. 4 players with 2 rebounds apiece. Hine has 4 to lead the way for the Thunderwolves. 6 assists for the Pack, 3 for Cunningham to lead the way there. 3 players with 2 assists apiece for Adams State. Thunderwolves turned over 6 times, Adams 10 in the first half. Back with the second half. We're all tied up at 44 apiece. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. And we're ready for the second half here. Thunderwolves get the ball first. They move it right to left. We sit high atop Plachy Hall's court here. Here's Cunningham at the high post, drives into the paint, outside Long, fakes the 3, goes to Tule Sioux. She's open for 3. It's off the iron, no good. Rohr with the rebound. Goes up with the right hand and banks it in. Molly Rohr with 14. Good start for the Thunderwolves in this second half. They lead at 46-44. Here's pressure in the backcourt, but breaking it fairly easily is Harris, being worked on by Long. High post now. Hadzi Aliagic now hands the ball off to Harris. Shot blocked by Rohr. She gets the rebound. Outlet pass ahead to Long. 3-on-2 all of a sudden for the Thunderwolves. Cross-court feed to Hine. In from the right. Left. Go to the foul as Hine is sent into the padding behind the basket, and she was whacked right across the head, and she gets up taking inventory here. Chris Lloyd probably questioning, is this a flagrant foul here? Hines says, I'm all right. Man, what a finish, though, on that one. Hine now was 6. She's all right. She's tough. So Hine on the year, 77% free throw shooter. Deep knee bend, flips it up and in. And they're going to give Lauren a little break here. Not a bad move here, just to take inventory over there. Probably going to go down and see trainer Tessa, make sure everything's okay. Now she's not even going to go down to the trainer table. Just give me a what? Now she's going to. Tessa says, come on over, just take a look. 49-44. Thunderwolves with a quick 5 points here in the first minute of the second half. Have the lead up to 5. Here's Ruiz. She was the hot shooter in the first half with 15 points. Picked up way out top by Cunningham. Now they switch on her. Hand the ball off to Harris. Harris dribbles around the corner. Now out top. Neal with it. A lot of high screens being set here. Now reverse 18-footer on the way. It's good. Tell you what, this team can play offense. Make no mistake about it. Neal has 9. It's 49-46. Basket the other way for the Thunderwolves. It's 51-46. I apologize. That was such a quick hoop. I was writing it down in my book, and the Thunderwolves are already going back the other way. They got a quick transition hoop, so I'll find out who that was here for you. I apologize. Once in a while, you get caught. It was Csu Anderson with the jumper, so she has 11. That's her first point since the first quarter. Remember, she sat out the second quarter with foul trouble, or most of the second quarter. It's 51-46. Thunderwolves lead it by 5. Whichever team decides to buckle up and play a little defense is going to win this game. No doubt about it. Ball on the right side to Harris. And the team most likely to play defense would be the Thunderwolves. Here's a jumper on the way by Hadzialic. No good, but they get the offensive rebound. Harris has it. Feeds it outside. Now left side. Neal's open. Three-pointer. Air ball. And the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adams State. It'll belong to the Thunderwolves. So that'll be Thunderwolves ball here, leading the game by 5 with 8:10 to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Thunderwolves just need to buckle down here, and things will take care of themselves here, I have the feeling. Here's Cunningham at the top of the key. Goes to Rohr. She's in the paint. Wheels. Nice dish to Anderson. Fakes. Now dribbles out of there. Can't get the shot off. She's afraid it's going to get blocked and then threw it away. Not sure what she had in mind there. Back the other way comes Ruiz. Stops and pops. Shot blocked by Long, and the rebound to Cunningham. Thunderwolves have the numbers here. Feet it ahead. Csu in from the left. Down the lane. Missed the layup. Rebound to Adams. Into the corner to Csu. Drives it to the free throw line. Down the lane, then throws the ball away. I'm not sure where Csu's mind is at right now. She hit the jumper to put the Thunderwolves up by 5, but those last two plays she's made not Csu-like. 7.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Thunderwolves remain on top by 5, but they should be ahead a little more here. Hadzialic, shot top. Mortensen with it. Feeds it down low. Turning. Facing. Neal forces the shot. No good. Csu gets the rebound. Fires it ahead to Cunningham. Now, bad pass there. Thunderwolves just very porous with the ball on offense. Here's a breakout the other way. Cross-court feed in from the right layup. Missed it! And the rebound to Long. And she is fouled in the backcourt. Both teams not doing themselves any favor on easy point-blank attempts here. Foul ends up being on Harris. So again, the Thunderwolves, another chance of their third opportunity to increase on this 5-point lead. Cunningham way outside with it. Now hands the ball off to Csu. Lobs it to Rohr. Down in her office. Wheels goes up with the left hand and banks it in. Molly Rohr was 16. They don't have anybody really that can handle Molly Rohr. Not like teams the past couple of weeks have had. They're a little slight inside is one way to put it, but maybe a little skinny. Not enough weight to bang Molly around. Ball outside. Here's Harris. Drives into the paint. Running left-hander up and good, man. That was a wild, tough shot, but it was a beauty by Harris. She has 10, and it's 53-48. Thunderwolves lead is 5 with 6:15 to go here in the third quarter. Long starts a drive to the baseline. Goes up and under. Shot blocked. No call. Back the other way come the Grizzlies. Everybody stopped thinking for sure there was going to be a foul call. The referee said play on. Ball on the left side. Here's Neal. Now handed off to Mortensen. Mortensen into the corner. Wide open. Three-pointer by Ruiz. That's an air ball. Thunderwolves Adams had the rebound. Lost it. Taken away by Neal. Lobs it cross court. Hadzialic fakes. Drives into the paint. Goes up. Shot block. Foul on the Thunderwolves. Probably on Kaya Adams if I had to guess here. Foul number 3 on Kaya Adams. Free throw up and good. 53-49. One more to come for Hadzialic. On the way, swish. He has 7. It's 53-50. 4 in a row here by the Grizzlies to climb back into it again. Cunningham nifty behind the back dribble. Cut off. Into the baseline to Rohr. She drives the baseline. Goes up with the left-hander. Missed it. Left it short. The rebound to Hadzialic. It's the outlet pass ahead now to Ruiz. Ruiz across the timeline. Adams could tie it with a 3-point hit here. They refuse to go quietly into the Alamosa night. Ball on the right side. Hadzialic up top. Free throw line Merschel. Right side. Pull up. Can't get the jumper off Harris. Goes up top to Ruiz. Ruiz starts a drive. Throws the elbow into the chest of Cunningham. Cut off. Now out top to Harris. 2 on the shot clock. Running left hand is good. What a shot by Harris. She has 12. 53-52. Here come the Grizzlies with 6 in a row. Cunningham starts a drive. Foul out front on the Grizzlies. And the foul is on Merschel, her 4th. Timeout on the court. We've got a good one here. Quite a battle from Plachy Hall and Alamosa. Thunderwolves lead at 53-52. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. 4:50 to go here in the third quarter. And again, the Thunderwolves coming out. They get the first 5 of the half, get the lead up to 5, eventually pushed it to 7. Seems like they're going to take control, but Adams State right back with 6 in a row. Tule triggered in on the baseline, lobs it way out top to Hine. She drives it right down the lane. Layup, no, but she was fouled. And again, and this time, Lauren got hit right across the mouth. She comes up checking for blood. Looks like a hockey player out there trying to draw a 4-minute minor instead of a 2-minute minor. And evidently, she's all right. Foul was called on Hadzialic, her 3rd. Free throw good by Hine. .54-52. One more for the junior out of Loomis, California. Second free throw, no good. Rebound batted outside. It comes right to Tule Sioux. She's on the wing. Lobs it up top to Rohr. Rohr now to Tule Sioux. They'll reset the offense. Left side in the corner to Long. Now up top to Anderson. Anderson. A couple dribbles, hands it off to Cunningham. 15 on the shot clock. Thunderwolves will set it up. Cunningham now drives the baseline. Cut off there. Drives underneath the basket, but she stepped on the baseline. I've noticed Curtis Lloyd, when he wants to be upset, he just kind of taps his feet over across the way. He doesn't get up and yell. He's not going to yell at the senior Cunningham, but you can tell he's a little perplexed there. So it's a 2-point lead for the Pack. Here's Hosier. Hands the ball out top to Ruiz. On to the left side to Neal. Neal. McDonald. Backdoor feed wide open. Scoop shot no good. And the rebound to Long. Point blank miss there for Adams State. Let's see if that ignites the Thunderwolves here. Feed it to Rohr. She's on the block. Goes up with the right hand and banks it in. Molly Rohr with 18. 56-52. Thunderwolves by 4. Here's Hosier. Feeds it onto the right side to Neal. Neal gives it off now to McDonald. Now to Ruiz. Ball knocked away by Cunningham. Has the steal. 2-on-2 break with Long. Cunningham in from the right. Takes to the baseline. Cut off there as Adams State hustles back. Feed to Rohr. Bad pass. Goes right through her legs. Out of bounds. It will belong to... It belonged to the Thunderwolves. Last touch by Adams State. Adams State had a chance to pick it up, but they decided to let it go out of bounds. And the officials conferred. I thought it was off Adams State myself, and I think the officials did a good job there checking with each other to make sure. They reset the shot clock in error here, so that'll come back down. But what do we always say? You never throw a bounce pass at a post player. I don't care where they're at on the court. And it just skipped right between the legs of Molly Rohr, but it was deflected by the Adams State player. So Thunderbolts an extra chance here with 20 on the shot clock. Knopf in the ball game. She drives to the baseline. Cut off there. That's a reach in. Oh, an offensive foul. Come on, Knopf. Come on, Rad Carter. You got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. Third foul on Knoffel. That's got to be a candidate for the worst call of all time that I've ever seen. Unbelievable. Here's Hosier out top. Feet to the high post. Boy, turning and facing. It should have been a shot opportunity there. They don't take it. Give it to Hosier on the wing. Missed it. Rebound comes outside to Knoffel. Knoffel starts the other way. Thunderbolts have some numbers here. Knoffel in from the right, stops and pops. Missed the layup. Rebound comes outside. Hine, 10-footer up and in. So Hine cleans up the mess. She has 10, and it's 58-52. Thunderbolts lead is back to 6 here. Timeout going to be taken by Adams State here. Larry Joe Hunt, probably a good timeout here, just to settle things down. 2:48 to go in the third quarter. Thunderbolts lead at 58-52. It is a 30-second timeout. Thunderbolts basketball brought to you by Southern Carver Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Here we are again. Thunderbolts have got the lead up to 6. Each time they pushed out to a lead in this ball game. Adams State's come right back at the pack. Thunderbolts led by 11 at the end of 1. Adams State came all the way back. Tied the game up at halftime. Thunderbolts have had leads of 5 and 7 here in this second half. Now they have a lead of 6. But each time, as we mentioned, Adams State has come back to draw close. They got within 1 at 53-52 just moments ago. So it's Adams State ball. They'll trigger it in right below us here on the sideline. Lob it up top to Hosier. Hosier, a freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And McGarry's into the ball game for the Thunderbolts. So freshman on freshman out top. Here is Neal. Drives it in from the right. Goes up running right-handed. Go to the foul. It'll count. Pushing foul on McGarry. And Neal, another chance for a 3-point play for Adams State. They've had 4 of them in the game. They've also had a 4-point play. Free throw's good, so they cut the lead in half on one trip. Neal with 12. 58-55. Here's Cunningham bringing it across the timeline. Drives to the right corner of the key. Cut off there. Comes out top to Hine. Won't take the three-pointer. Now to Knoffel. Knoffel dribbles around the wing. Into the corner to Cunningham. Looking for Rohr on the block. Has her. Backs her way in. Quick double team. Feeds it off to Hine. Goes up. Missed it. Shot was partially blocked. And the rebound to Adams State. Curtis Lloyd wants the foul called. Not going to get it. You got to know your geography, Curtis. Ball up on the right side. Hadzi Aliagic. I think I added an extra syllable there. That's all right. Ball at top to Hosier. Hadzi Aliagic goes back door. Open. Reverse shot. No good. Partially blocked, I think, that time by Knoffel. Off the miss by Brooke Neal. Ahead now. Knoffel racing in. Nobody's cut her off. Down the lane. Feeds it into the corner. Wide open. McGarry for 3. In and out. Won't go. Rebound to Rohr. Fakes goes up. Left it short. She's whacked. Gets the rebound. Whistle foul on Adams State. And that should put them over the limit. Foul on Hadzi Aliagic. She has 4. And that'll send Rohr to the free throw line here to shoot a pair as we're over the limit now for Adams State. Free throw good by Molly. She's now 3 for 4 from the line tonight. 19 points in the game for Molly Rohr. One more toss. It's up. It's good. Rohr with 20. 60-55. Matches their season high. We'll check here. Here's Hosier. High post, backing your way down the lane. McDonald layup good. She took it right at Molly Rohr. Didn't hesitate. That's a good lesson to any post player. 60-57. Don't hesitate. Just take that thing to the rack. Here's Cunningham. Works around a screen. Left corner of the key. Now to McGarry. Goes right side. Knappel lobs across court corner. Cunningham drives the baseline. Back pass to Rohr in the paint. Goes up with the left hand. She walks with the ball. Rohr out, and Adams in. 1:09 to go here in the third quarter. Got to get Molly Rohr a rest here somewhere. Back the other way. Here comes Hosier. Brings it across the timeline for the Grizzlies. To the high post. Turning, facing. Bettany has the ball knocked free, but it goes right into the hands of Hosier. She dribbles around a screen on the right side. Now up top to Ruiz. Ruiz going to launch a long three ball, missed the banker, and the rebound to McGarry on the baseline for the Thunderwolves. She'll dribble it out of there herself, brings it across the timeline, races into the forecourt, dribbles to the wing, hands it off, Knappel, long range three, short. Adams had the rebound, lost it to Hosier. Hosier now, a 2-on-1, feeds cross court, and that's a travel, no call, the layup up and good by Ruiz. Blatant travel, not called right there. You don't think being at home doesn't mean anything? You got to watch this three-man crew. Here's Cunningham down the lane. Back pass to Hine. In from the right. Layup good. Hine with 12. 62-59. Last shot time here for the Grizzlies. Here's Hosier onto the right side. Ruiz jacks up a three. Off the iron. No good. Cunningham has a rebound. Whacked on the sideline. No call. Gets the outlet pass to Hine. She's whacked at. Ahead to Cunningham at half court. Can't get it off in time. End of three from Plachy Hall. Thunderwolves leading 62-59. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, welcome back. Upset alert here tonight as Adams State. They have the Thunderwolves in trouble here. Even though the Thunderwolves ahead by 3. Adams State 2-13 in conference play this year, but they are right with the pack in this game. They get the ball first to start this fourth quarter. Harris inbounds the ball to Hosier. All you need is about a one hot shooting fourth quarter from 3, which they're capable of doing. They go back to it, and there's Rohr with the steal. That's a good start for the pack. Outlet pass to Cunningham. Brings it across the timeline. Katie directing traffic, goes to Tulesu. Long range 3, it's way off the mark. Hine has the rebound. She's in, and missed the layup. Gets the rebound. Goes up, ball stripped away and stolen by Hosier. Back the way comes Adams State. Long feet up ahead. Here's Bettany. Bettany down in the lane. Turnaround shot blocked by Rohr. Foul on Molly Rohr. She came down on the arm that time of Lauren McDonald. That's the first foul of the game on Rohr, and it'll send McDonald to the free throw line. So the Thunderwolves missing point blank follow-up. Tulesu missed the three-pointer from the top. And they've opened the door here, and here's the free throw up and good by McDonald. Second toss, it's good. Fans sensing it, everybody's sensing it. I'm sensing it, that's for sure. 62-61. Thunderwolves lead is only 1. Here's Hine on the left side to Tulesu. Dribbles around the screen. Right down the lane she goes. Feeds it in the corner. Cunningham for 3. It's good. That helps. Cunningham with 12. 65-61. Thunderwolves by 4. See if they can play some defense. Ball out top. Hosier with it. Adams State cooled off a little bit. They're down to 52% for the game. Thunderwolves cooled off as well. They're at 54%. Here's a free throw line jumper up, no good. Hine had the rebound, lost it, and it's taken away out of there by McDonald. Feeds it to Hosier at the free throw line. Now she backs out of there, resets the offense. Directing traffic. 20 on the shot clock here. Here's Ruiz on the right wing. And a whistle. Offensive foul called on the block on Bettany. I tell you what, Rad Carter, he can create some foul calls. Calls the hook down on the block. So this time it goes against Adams State for a change, I guess. Ball right side to Long. Works around a screen. Top of the key. Now drives into the paint. Backs up now. Stop and go move in for the left layup. Missed another layup. Ball batted away. Foul on Cunningham. So the Thunderbolts have missed 2 point-blank layups here in this fourth quarter. So instead of being up by 8, the lead is only 4. And Taylor Long right now has got to feel like she's snake bit. Remember, she missed 2 in the game last week against Regis. There was another one right in from the left. Just missed it. Here's Hosier. Onto the right side to Ruiz. Back to Hosier. Looking back door, wide open. Shot up. Miss. Oh, it's going. It got the back iron and fell through there for McDonald. Kind iron there. 65-63. Thunderbolts lead is 2. 7:45 to go. Ball batted away out of bounds. They're trying to get it to Tule-Sioux. Good defensive play there by Harris. Which team is going to play some defense here in this fourth quarter? Inbounds pass to Cunningham. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line. In from the left. Posting up. Can't get the shot off. Throws it right at the legs of Rohr. In trouble. Wheels goes up with the left-hand hook. Missed it. Rebound on the baseline to Harris. Adam State could get the lead with a triple here. Here's Hosier bringing it across the timeline. 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Ball to the high post. Turning, facing McDonald. Wheels on Rohr. Walked with the ball, and finally they call a travel. Adams going to check in. And they're going to bring Molly Rohr out. Bounce pass to Cunningham. She'll bring it across the timeline. Onto the left side to Long. Long dribbles around the screen. Now reverses to the left side. In from the left, goes underneath the basket. Won't take the layup. Comes outside. Tule-Sioux's open. Three-pointer on the way. Short. Hits the front iron and bounces through. Tule-Sioux has 14. 68-63. Thunderbolts lead it by 5. Almost get the steal in the backcourt. Getting out of there was Hosier. Might have threw an elbow to free herself up. Outside, Ruiz fakes the 3. Now drives into the paint. Goes up. Shot blocked partially by Hine. Rebound to Cunningham. Cunningham now comes out of there with it. Brings it across the timeline. Hands it off to Tule-Sioux. And a foul out front on Ruiz. That's only her first by my count. We'll see how good I've been all night. Foul number 2. Keeping track of fouls, not my strong suit. I need to work on that. I need to work on my game a little bit. Tule-Sioux triggered in across the way. Thunderbolts lead at 68-63. 6:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham back to Tule-Sioux Anderson. To Cunningham. Cross court to Long. Long fakes. Cut off. Might have pushed off. Now drives the baseline. Cut off again. Outside. Tule-Sioux open. Three-pointer on the way. This one way short. There's Cunningham with a rebound on the baseline. She's underneath the basket. Tries to get away. Timeout taken by the Thunderbolts alertly by Curtis Lloyd there as he could sense Cunningham was in trouble. 6:19 to go here, fourth quarter. Thunderbolts have opened up a 5-point lead. Thunderbolts basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Got some finals starting to filter in from around the conference tonight. Regis defeats Mines 59-50. Metro State in that big game up in Denver tonight, they defeat Black Hill State 77-63. Chadron State defeats Colorado Christian 56-40. Those are the 3 finals so far in the RMAC. Inbounds pass to Long in the corner. 25 on the shot clock. Feed it to Hine. Free throw line jumper on the way. Short. Doesn't get the roll. And the rebound to Adams State. Back the other way. This is Brooke Trujillo with the ball. The hometown product out of Alamosa. And, boy, she carried it out front there. Could have easily called that. They usually call it once a game, but not in this spot. Here's Neal. Hands it all up top to Mortensen. Left side to Trujillo. 8 on the shot clock. Give it off now to Harris. He drives around the wing. 3 on the shot clock up top. Here is forcing the shot. No good. And the rebound to Hine. Outlet. Look out. Taylor Long has it. Was being tracked down from behind, but gets it ahead now to Cunningham. Down to Rourke. Takes a shove in the back. Shoved off the block. Backs her way into the paint. Nice dish to Knappel. Reverse left it short. And the rebound belongs to Harris. Another point-blank opportunity missed by the Thunderbolts, but they steal the ball the other way. It goes out of bounds. Last touch, though, by the Thunderbolts. Long out, Csu Anderson in. Man, those easy opportunities you missed. Remember that one stretch where Hine missed one, Long missed one. Now we have Knaufel missing a layup. In a tight game like this, man, I just hope they don't come back to haunt you. Inbounds pass to Trujillo. On to the left side. McDonald, now they come right side to Hadzialiagic. Up top to Trujillo. 10 on the shot clock. Left side, Neal into the corner. Mortensen, she's cut off. 5 on the shot clock. She's trapped in big world of hurt now. Down on the block. Outside, Hadzialiagic, shot clock violation. They did not get the shot off in time. Good defense by the Thunderwolves. Curtis Lloyd up and applauding. Told you, whatever team going to play some defense down the stretch going to win this game. There's no doubt about it. Thunderwolves need to convert, though. Cunningham brings it across the timeline. Goes right side to Tule-Su. Holds it there into the corner to Cunningham. Going to dribble around a screen by Hine into the paint. Cut off. Stops. Hits it off to Hine. Goes up from the right. Foul. And Lauren Hine will go to the free throw line. And that should be all for Hadzialiagic. And she's gone. And that'll send Lauren Hine to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Free throw up and good. Hine with 13. Battered and a bit bruised in this game, but she is the ultimate competitor. Second toss, swish. She has 14. It's 70-63. Thunderwolves by 7 here. 4:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Ruiz. Up top now to Neal. On to the right side. Herschel with it. McDonald lobbing it down on the block. Threw it away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Mortensen. The pass just had too much heat on it, and Mortensen, who was trying to set up shop on the block, trying to hold her position there, could not make much of an effort for the ball, and it just glazed off her hand out of bounds. So Cunningham across the timeline with the Thunderwolves. Dribbles around a screen to the free throw line, down the lane, outside. Tule-Su fakes the three, drives into the paint. It opens up for it, goes up, and she's whacked and fouled. And Tule-Su will go to the free throw line. Tule-Su, she has that knack of making the official have to make the call. So now the senior from Vancouver, Washington, 79% on the year. First trip to the line tonight. Free throws up, and she left it way short. Not even close there. That was Tule-Su's 100th free throw of the year. She has 78 makes. Second toss, good. So she gets 1 out of 2 on this trip. She has 15 in the game. It's 71-63. Thunderwolves have opened up an 8-point lead here. Ball knocked away by Cunningham. Can't get the steal, though. Back the other way comes Neal. Down the lane. Cut off. Comes outside. Three-pointer on the way by Merschel. In and out. No good. Long rebound. Chase down. Cunningham has it, and she is foul on Adams State. As Cunningham was trying to get to the rebound and she was being held, she still got there, but they do blow the whistle and call the foul on Kiasha Harris. Kiasha, beg your pardon there, sorry. 71-63, Thunderwolves by 8. And we've got a problem here with the clock, I believe, as Mark Van Gampler wants to talk it over with Rad Carter. Stephen Oswald, he's the odd referee out. He's down along the baseline. The shot clock's already down to 22. I'm wondering if it didn't reset for some reason. That's what they're going to talk it over. They're going to send the teams to the respective benches here. I think they can go back over and look when we had the whistle on the last foul and see where the clock was on the running play-by-play, and then do some subtraction from what the clock showed then and what the clock shows now. I don't think the shot clock reset. Now Mark Van Gampler talks it over with Curtis Lloyd to explain it to him. Stephen Oswald talks it over with Larry Joe Hunt, and Rad Carter talks it over at the scorings table. I think what they're going to find out is when was the violation, how much time was on the clock then, and then how much time is on the clock now, and then do a little subtraction, and then get the shot clock set to that point. Now they're going to look at the video screen. I don't think you look at the video screen on there. You go to the stat chart, the running play-by-play. But that's not the case. They're going to go ahead and take a look at it and look at the ridiculously small PC screen they have on the sideline. But what else are they going to do? Are they going to put a big 32-inch flat screen along the scores table and pull that baby up? I guess not. I think we've reached the size that we can get to on a monitor. I think in some ways you could go to a tablet and have them be able to hold the tablet up, get it closer to your eyes maybe to look at it. Now you're having to kind of lean over and look down at the screen. Both referees are pointing at the screen now like they both agreed on something. They saw where the clock says. They say, see, the clock was right there, and the clock is where it's at now. So we got to do some deductive reasoning and reset the shot clock to, I'm going to guess, about 24. We'll see. Van Gampler, like he fired a gun over the, like in friendly jest, kind of went, pew. Told you I was right. See if they do. They haven't done anything yet. It's going to be Cunningham to the free throw line after all that. Free throw up, in and out, no good. And Thunderbolts, their own worst enemy here, leaving that door slightly ajar. Second toss. It's good. It's a 1 out of 2 for Katie. She has 13 in the game. It's 72-63. 3:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ruiz onto the left side to Neal. Up top. Oh, backdoor feed. Right side. Harris pulls up. Jumper on the way. Good. Time. Oh, what do we got here? Basket counts. Foul on the Thunderwolves on Csu Anderson. So the bucket counts for Harris. She has 14. Another chance for another three-point play. They've had 5 in the game. Make it 6. So just like that, it's 72-66. 2-possession game. All kinds of time here. 3:25 to go. Cunningham goes right side to Anderson. Anderson fakes, drives to the free throw line. Back pass to Hine on the baseline. Goes outside. Csu wanted to jack the three. Can't get it off, though. She drives into the paint. Skids to a stop. Backdoor feed to Cunningham, and she banks in a gorgeous pass from Csu Anderson. 74-66. Thunderwolves by 8. Pressure in the forecourt. Ruiz gets rid of it. Now to Harris. Onto the right side to Mortensen. Up top with it to Merschel. On to the left side to Ruiz. Dribbles around a screen. They switch on it. Backdoor feed goes off the hands out of bounds of Neal. They say it is no. It's going to stay with Adam State. That ball looked like it went off the hand of Neal. My warped vision. Adam State keeps it. They're going to take a timeout first. 2:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead it by 8, 74-66. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. Got another final in from the RMAC. Fort Lewis defeats Highland 65-51. Here, Thunderwolves lead it by 8. Trouble on the inbounds. They throw it away. Cunningham with the steal. 2-on-1 with Anderson, but Cunningham knows the opponent's the clock right now. Not going to force it. Comes outside to Rohr. Left side, Knopfler. She's going to jack a three off the back iron. That might have been ill-advised that early in the shot clock. Back the other way comes Adam State here. Ball on the left side. Harris with it. Out top to Merschel. On to the right side to Mortensen. Thunderwolves making it tough, and here's Knopfler makes the steal. In from the right, layup good. Jenna Knopfler steal and goes coast to coast, and that might just about do it. Thunderwolves by 10, 2:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ball on top, and there's Knopfler with another steal. chases it down along the sideline, drives in from the right, stops and pops from 10, missed it. Cunningham with the rebound is tied up, though, and ripped to the court is Mortensen. Jump ball, it belongs to the Thunderwolves on the alternating possession. Thunderwolves going to make some substitutions here as Chelsea Vallejo's into the ball game. Haven't seen her for 4 games. She's in here now. Katie Jones in as well, along with Jade Adams. So Hine and Knoffel, the regular rotation, stay in the game here. Inbounds pass, and the ball ripped away and stolen by Hosier. Hosier way out top. Drives in from the right. Running right-hander, shot blocked, foul on Jade Adams. I know Curtis Lloyd has his ways and his motives here, but I don't know. A little too much time on the clock for my liking to call off the dogs here. We'll see. Hosier's free throw up, hits the front iron, no good. That helps his cause, though. Second toss good, so 1 out of 2 for Hosier. First point of the night. It's 76-67. Now, here's my way of thinking. 3 turnovers and 3 threes, you got to tie a game. Here's Vallejo's up top. Katie Jones left side to Hine. Hine skips across court to Jones. She drives the baseline. Cut off and a foul. Foul, I believe, is on Harris, and indeed it is. Yasha Harris, her 4th, so that will send Katie Jones to the free throw line. Katie on the year, 91%, 10 out of 11 from the line this year, and missed that one like a 50% free throw shooter. It barely grazed the front iron there. But you've been sitting around for an hour and a half. Expect to come in, flip home free throws can be tough to ask. Second toss, that one's right through there, so she gets 1 out of 2. 77-67, lead back up to 10. We're down to 1:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. Hosier hands the ball off up top to Harris. On to the left side to Neal. Neal dribbles around a screen. Reverses to the free throw line. Down the lane she goes, and she's fouled, and she'll get to the free throw line as Vallejo's whacked her. And Neal will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Neal shooting a good. They called the foul on Knoffel on the reach, evidently. So that's foul number 4 on Jenna. Jenna's kind of laughing about it, saying, how do you pick me out of that crowd? I think it should have been on number 1 by Ayos. The refs make no effort to correct it. They're going to keep it on 1-1, which is Knoffel. Free throw good by Neal. She has 13 in the game now. Second toss off the back iron, no good. Knoffel with the rebound. She's bumped in the backcourt, no call. She'll get it across the timeline. Whacked at, and now they have to call it. Foul on Brooke Neal on the reach. She got away with the first bump. So then when she reached in on Jenna, she gets the foul call. So Knoffel to the free throw line. 4 points in the game. On the year, Jenna only a 52% free throw shooter, and she missed that one badly. Barely grazed the front iron. Second toss, and she clanked them both. Hine with the rebound on the block, and she's fouled. So Lauren Hine will step to the line. Free throw up and in and out, no good. So the Thunderwolves struggling from the stripe here at this moment. Second toss good, so 1 out of 2 for Lauren. She has 15. 78-68, 1:05 to go here in the 4th quarter. Thunderwolves by 10. Here's Harris. Out top with it, whistle and a foul away from the ball. That might be it for Knoffel. She just picked up her 5th foul. Curtis Lloyd not happy. He doesn't even acknowledge Jenna Knoffel. She comes over to the bench because that stops the clock and puts him at the free throw line here. They'll put McGarry into the ball game. Free throw up and good by Brooke Neal. Second toss good. 15 for Neal. 78-70. Thunderwolves by 8. 50 seconds to go. Fourth quarter, backdoor feed to a bad pass. They tried to get it to Jade Adams. That opens the door here for Adams State. Back the other way. Here's Bettany in from the right. Layup no. Blocking foul on the Thunderwolves on Katie Jones. .2 seconds to go here. Bettany at the line, 80% on the year, 8 out of 10. Free throws up and good. This one suddenly becomes a two-possession game. Curtis Lloyd's looking down his bench. He's wondering, do I put my starters back in here to polish this thing off? They're already yucking it up down on the sideline, but this game not quite in the bag. Second free throw, no good. And they get the rebound on the alternating possession because they tie it up. It belongs to Adams State. Now Curtis Lloyd looks down his bench. He's thinking about it. He's going to leave him in there. Adams State now. Get a quick hoop, and it really tightens the noose. Bounce pass, comes on the wing. They hand the ball off to Harris. Ruiz back to Harris. Goes left side, three-pointer on the way by Bettany off the back iron again. Rebound to Hine on the baseline, and she is fouled. And that'll mean Lauren Hine will walk down to this other end. So the Thunderwolves survive right there. They hit that bucket there. It really tightens the screws, but instead now it's a 7-point lead, and Hine now can ice this thing. Free throw up and good. Lauren Hine was 16. Hits the pair. 80-71. Hine doing most of her damage here in the second half. Here's a drive to the hoop, cut off. Mortensen goes outside, moving in, jumper on the way. It's off the back iron, no good. McGarry bats the rebound to Hine, and she's tied up, and on the alternating possession, it'll belong to the Thunderwolves. So another rebound to Hine. Got to be close to a double-double here tonight. The live stats not working for me here tonight. I'm just getting a running play-by-play. The media tab not working. Vallejo gets it across the timeline, dribbles it right into a trap situation, lost it. It's loose on the deck, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Adams State. Curtis laughing at that one. That is one of the that's Rad Carter leaving his impact on the game with 2 seconds to go. Says, I still run this ship. Here's a jumper from half court, no good. It's a final from Plachy Hall. Thunderwolves win it 80-71. Stay tuned for our Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House post-game show. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball brought to you by Southern Colorado Fleet and Service on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back, Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House. Post-game show here. Thunderwolves win the ball game 80-71. We're going to talk to Lauren Hine along with the head coach Curtis Lloyd. That all comes your way next as part of our post-game show right after this. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back. Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House post-game show here from Plachy Hall. Thunderwolves win it 80-71. As they win that fourth quarter. That was crucial for the Pack. It was a 62-59 game going into the fourth quarter, but the Thunderwolves outscore them 18-12 in that fourth quarter to put this one away. The game was tied at halftime at 44 apiece. Adams State just would not go away here in tonight's ball game, and finally the Thunder was able to put them away down the stretch. Our interviews are coming up next. Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House postgame show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
omelets and waffles.
Come in. I got to go over here. I'm back. But joining us now, our star of the game, Lauren Hine. And I was kidding with Lauren off the area before we went on. How many welts, how many bruises, how many black eyes, broken nose? I mean, that was a tough ball game for you down there.
Oh, went a little crazy. Oh, there I am.
There you go.
Yeah, it was fun, but we got to come out harder next time, you know.
Well, I told the listeners all game long, they don't have any problem scoring the basketball. They're pretty good offensively.
Yeah.
Defensively, they leave a lot of holes in the on the court, but eventually I said whoever's going to play some defense is going to win the ball game. And you guys tightened it up a little bit there in that fourth quarter, I thought.
Yeah, and that was what we were kind of saying in the locker room, especially at halftime. We were like, hey, this is all defense. Like, Coach really put an emphasis on it, and we knew it walking in, too. We were talking about it before Coach even got in, and we're like, our offense is working fine. It's just the defense. And we just went on our game tonight with the defense at first, and then we just kept working at it, and we ended up successful.
Well, I think at halftime you guys were shooting about 65%, but you look over to them, they're shooting a little bit better. I mean, it was like, who's going to miss some shots in this ball? It's kind of fun to watch and call. I don't know, it's probably fun to play in as well, but you had some drives to the hoop that were really got kind of nasty. You know, on the road, it's going to go a little against you. You just have to be tough, don't you?
Yeah, you got to, like, especially like tonight, like, there were some of them we just keep emphasizing going off 2 feet and going up strong and finishing it. Even if you do get fouled, like, you have to make it. And tonight I had a couple that I missed, yeah, you know. But overall, like, we just all were going in hard, and when we kept driving to the basket, that's when we were getting fouls called.
Well, it's nice to get this one out of the way because the big game tomorrow, well, big, I know coaches all say they got you schooled, but we know the big game's tomorrow. Now, you can talk about it now going in against Fort Lewis, but it's nice to get this one in your rearview mirror with a tough game. They really pushed you.
Yeah, we really needed to come out hard and put this one behind us, and like you said, it was hard, and we just needed to finish the game, and that's what I kept saying at the end, like, let's just finish it. We got it. We're fine. Just stay calm. We're fine. And we ended up with the win. So.
All right, your fan club's watching.
Hi, guys.
This is Lauren Hine, the star of the game. Why don't you go ahead and hand that over to Curtis? We'll go ahead and talk to him right now. We're pressed for time here at the post-game show up in the Crow's Nest. Curtis, you know, I've tried to do it before the ball game, you know. Shame on the announcer saying this is going to be the easy game here. It was anything but easy tonight.
We're in conference. There's nothing easy in conference. There is nothing easy in conference, you know. But, yeah, we came out a little slow, a little sluggish, I thought. But that happens, and I'm glad it was this game.
Well, I talked to Ralph Turner, as I do at halftime, to get ready for the men's game here, do a little interview. And after we finished, he goes, this team's the most improved team I've seen, this Adams State Club. They've improved from the first of the year. They can score that ball.
You know, I told Coach when I saw him, I hate playing this team because their kids go 100 from start to finish. They go really, really hard. And, you know, if they would have made a couple more shots, it would have been a lot more interesting. But, again, you know, you sit and you trust on those veteran teams like I have. And, you know, I just needed a timeout to get everybody straight. You know, but by that time, you know, Adams State already got their confidence. You know, they made some shots. I thought we did a great job with picking on their post players. You know, I think we have almost 30 post touches, which is something that, you know, we try and average. So, you know, we did our game plan. We just got off to a slow start on the defensive side.
Well, in the fourth quarter, you still got to have a heart in your throat over there when you're only up by 3. And, you know, man, if they have a hot quarter and we slow down a little bit, the upset was there for the taking if they'd had a good quarter, but you wouldn't let it happen.
No. I think these seniors know what they're playing for. And, you know, tomorrow it is. But they knew. I tried to keep them, you know, on this game as much as possible. In the present. You know, that's what we talked about. Just stay in the present. Just be in front, you know, right here. And I thought they did a great job because we started switching with Lauren. She helps us switch 1 through 4. And so we started switching a little bit more, and that, you know, was effective in the end.
Well, the future is now. Now we can talk a little bit about tomorrow. We'll let you join us a little bit here tonight on that long bus ride. But, but tomorrow night is one of those games you dream for and live for as a competitor, as a coach. I mean, with the stakes that are at stake, a team that hasn't lost at home this year, this is the game you really want to play in.
Well, you know, I mean, it's only a few games I told, you know, my team that I would like to play. This is one of them. I would love to play in this game. The atmosphere is going to be so great, but I'm glad that we were able to kind of stay in the present and finish this game and then move to Fort Lewis.
All right, do your thing. There he is, the head coach, Curtis Lloyd. Go Thunderwolves! Woo! Curtis Lloyd back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Plachy Hall. It's a very condensed post-game show here tonight. Thunderwolves win it 80-71. We'll do a proper wrap-up of this game, and I'll post it later during halftime of the men's game like we always do on the Jim Brooks fan page, and we'll link to it there. But Thunderwolves win it here 80-71. We'll give you all the totals and all that there and post it a little bit later, give you a feel for the way the ball game. But we're time to transition to men's game coverage as the Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House post-game show becomes a pre-game show again. It'll be Ralph Turner when we come back right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.